You want to go drive back to the station?
Yeah, road food.
Raul Perez is a paramedic who's been on the job 9 years.
It's called road food because in case you get a job, you can eat with one hand and drive with the other. That's why we call it road food.
I guess if you don't do this job, it sounds kind of sick, but a good job to us is somebody else's misery. I mean, we don't mean for it to happen, but if it's going to happen, we want to be there to help you.
3-0 X-ray, Uncle Phil.
Perez and his partner, Ralph Goyenache, are mid-bite when the call comes in. But calls aren't always what they seem. The radio says seizure, but quickly they determine it's much more.
I kicked the door. I found her right there. She fell on me. She had pills in her mouth. She swallowed it and had pills in her hand. She hit the floor. I didn't move her. That's it.
Did you witness a seizure?
Yeah.
What did it look like?
She foamed.
Suicide attempts are particularly troubling. A failed system and a failed society leaves people calling EMS with a bottle full of pills in their hands. It's a last-ditch effort to reach out for help.
It's an overdose, numerous pills. We don't know exactly how many she took. She is semi-conscious. She apparently has seized, according to the family on the scene. She doesn't have a history of seizures, so that's not a good sign. And she didn't respond to any of our drugs. So she's probably gonna get a stomach pump right now, and they're gonna draw blood to see exactly what she took.
Okay.
Okay, any bleeding?
The lifeline for EMS is the telephone call. A call to 911 is routed to this dispatch center in Queens.
He's down in the street, unconscious.
Here, operators jockey births, burns, and broken legs, assessing the degree of danger and dispatching the nearest EMS units to the scene.
Call her EMS in Brooklyn.
Does he have a history of a psychiatric problem?
Alzheimer's disease?
She has a tumor between her legs.
Reassure him that help is on the way, okay? Don't leave him alone.
There's approximately 20 to 25 call receiving operators on duty at any given time.
I get a little beep, boop, like that, and then I know there's going to be somebody on the line waiting for me.
They are emergency medical technicians and paramedics who came in out of the field and now jockey a desk and phone.
It's stressful out there. It's just as stressful in here.
Like Teresa Smith, now an EMT, who is studying to be certified as a paramedic. Part of the certification is a tour through the call receiving center.
And it's a lot more strenuous training. You learn how to do the IVs and render medication, do a doctor in telemetry. And that's what I plan on doing until maybe later on I'll decide whether I want to be a physician assistant or a doctor. But that's my goal.
Half a 2 trolley to 1 patrol.
Saving lives is often measured in seconds. That means EMS can't afford to wait until trouble has died down and the police have secured the scene. Pain and danger come hand in hand, with EMS often landing right in the middle of a war zone.
Charlie, they just, there was a fight over here, a riot, and the PD caught the perpetrators and they just got them in the car. They're going to take them back into the precinct.
Tempers flare with the summer heat. Anger electrifies the air. For the EMTs and medics, it's just another night at work, picking up the pieces. Even the children are taking in the excitement, the violence. It's hot in the city. Too hot to sleep.
Anybody who's just out having a good time. And you're normally instigated by that. Somebody says something somebody doesn't like, and that's how it'll kick in.
All right, take some deep breaths. Take some deep breaths. I'm trying to get you an interpreter, somebody that speaks either French or Arabic. What happened? What happened? Okay, stand by, interpreter. Okay, we have somebody that speaks French over here, okay? Hold on. Stop screaming so you can hear the gentleman. Khadijah, okay. Ask her to try to calm down, sir. No, don't start yelling with her. Talk to us. Talk to us. Just talk to us. Okay, can you look out the window and tell me if you see an ambulance? Hey, now tell her to keep applying pressure, all right? All right, we appreciate it. Okay, merci. Okay, thank you, AC. Thank you, interpreter. Okay, bye-bye. Woo! She was screaming at the top of her lungs. I could barely understand her, neither could the police operator understand her because she was screaming so loud and she was hysterical.
50 Anthony Avenue with a male in the street after the 1013 that was here. Can I get an RMP up here? There's a bunch of them on the scene. This crowd's getting a little wild. Where in the back?
Right here, right here.
Sit up. Come on, man. We got to get out. I can't do it. No. Sit up. Go right there. I can't do it.
Many times the injured should be treated at the scene, but in this case, it's too dangerous. The crowd is still milling around, and there are too many injured to fit in the back of the ambulance.
All right, is everybody calm now? I'm going to bandage this right here. Have a seat on the bumper, okay?
So this unit loads up and drives 2 blocks away, where there are several other units waiting to help.
You can move your foot. Can you bend it? You can't bend it.
Come on, guys. Jump up.
The guy with the bandage is the one with the stab to the shoulder. It's minor. The guy with the with nothing.
Not a problem. We got it.
Yeah, this guy just got maced.
All right, we'll take care of it. Papa, this way. I know. Don't worry about the fight.
Across town, another gastronomical pit stop, as Pete DePrima and Rich Hall have a slice of pizza during a quiet moment.
What the hell is pizza, man? What's on it?
3 bites in, the radio comes to life. A curbside call, a car in the Bronx with a passenger in trouble.
We'll work them up in the bus. See, it's too dark out here. We can't see.
A married couple driving in the South Bronx get into a heated argument. As the fight escalates, the husband begins to complain of chest pains, putting an abrupt end to the debate.
Don't go too high for me, though, right, Rich? I'm not as tough as I used to be.
And this is a sudden onset, right? This wasn't like all day. This happened just as you were arguing? Yes, sir. Okay, great. You don't have to call me sir. My name's Peter. All right. That chest pain going away at all, or is it still there? You want to go get on the doc in the box and get some nitro on morphine? Try to push the morphine, and we'll give him like 3 and see how he tolerates it. See if we can get him. We got it. Get on the phone.
Stress is a killer, EMS workers preach, as the pizza burns a hole in their stomachs.
So? I think every job's got some kind of stress. Depending on what, depending on, you know, the day and everything else like that.
Yep. Yeah, this job's got the stress, no doubt about that.
Majority gets brought on by ourselves, though.
Yeah.
I got the rest.
You got it?
Coming. All right, guys.
Yeah, like, he stabilized a little bit. I mean, he's not throwing as many PVCs, I'll tell you that much.
Outside, it's dark. Inside, the fluorescent lights burn brightly 24 hours a day. One day becomes another. The phone rings. Help is dispatched. The shift changes. But the phones are always answered.
Is he violent, madam?
Okay, did you fall or something?
Does he have any weapons on him?
Well, we don't think of it as hours. This is something that you have to enjoy doing. It can't be just a job to you. If you don't enjoy doing this job, you have no right of being here.
I understand she has cancer.
He haven't used a drug for 3 days, so he's not high on any drug. He just feels sick and he wants to be detoxed, right?
He's having bad stomach pains.
Yeah,
She's gonna have the baby now. Is the baby coming out? Can you see the baby? No. Okay, but she's telling you to call because she's having bad stomach pains? Okay. AC, know the child caller, please. Do you know if your mommy's bleeding? She's bleeding? Is she bleeding a lot? Are you the only one at home?